The history of America is vast and complex, spanning thousands of years, from the indigenous cultures that first inhabited the continent to the modern-day United States. Here's an overview. Pre-colonial America. Before European explorers arrived, the Americas were home to diverse indigenous peoples, with rich cultures and histories. Native American tribes, such as the Iroquois, Cherokee, Sioux, and Navajo, developed sophisticated systems of governance, trade, and agriculture. In Central and South America, civilizations like the Aztecs, Maya, and Inca thrived for centuries. Age of exploration and colonization, 1492–1600s. Christopher Columbus's arrival in 1492 marked the beginning of European exploration. Spain, France, and England established colonies in the Americas. The Spanish focused on Central and South America, while the English established the first successful permanent settlement at Jamestown in 1607. The Pilgrims founded Plymouth in 1620, followed by the Massachusetts Bay Colony. Throughout the 17th century, European settlers interacted with Native Americans, often leading to conflict and displacement. Colonial America, 1600–1775. By the mid-1700s, the 13 colonies were established along the eastern seaboard of what is now the U.S. Tensions grew between the colonies and Britain, especially over taxes, trade restrictions, and governance. These disputes set the stage for revolution. American Revolution, 1775–1783. The American colonies, frustrated with British rule, declared independence in 1776 with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The Revolutionary War ensued, and with help from France, the colonies defeated Britain, leading to the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which recognized the United States as an independent nation. Early national period, 1783–1812. After independence, the U.S. created a new system of government with the Articles of Confederation, later replaced by the U.S. Constitution in 1787, which established the framework for the federal government. George Washington became the first president in 1789. This period also saw westward expansion and increasing conflicts with Native American nations. The 19th century, 1800s. Expansion and conflict. The U.S. expanded westward during the 1800s, acquiring territories like Louisiana, 1803, Texas, 1845, and California, 1848, through treaties and wars. This period also saw the displacement and mistreatment of Native American tribes. Slavery and Civil War. The issue of slavery divided the nation, with southern states relying on it for their economy. Tensions led to the Civil War, 1861–1865, between the North, Union, and the South, Confederacy. The Union victory resulted in the abolition of slavery and the beginning of Reconstruction in the South. Industrialization. The late 1800s saw rapid industrial growth, urbanization, and the rise of big business. The U.S. became a major global economic power. Early 20th century, 1900s. World War I. The U.S. entered World War I in 1917, playing a crucial role in the defeat of the Central Powers. Great Depression. The 1930s were marked by the Great Depression, a severe economic downturn that led to widespread poverty and unemployment. World War II. The U.S. joined World War II in 1941 after Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor. The war ended in 1945 with the defeat of the Axis powers, and the U.S. emerged as a global superpower. Cold War era, 1947–1991. The U.S. and the Soviet Union engaged in the Cold War, a period of ideological, political, and military rivalry. The U.S. led the Western Bloc of capitalist nations, while the Soviet Union led the Eastern Bloc of communist countries. This period included the Korean War, 1950–1953, the Cuban Missile Crisis, 1962, and the Vietnam War, 1955–1975. It also saw the space race, culminating in the 1969 moon landing. Modern America, 1991, present. Post-Cold War. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, the U.S. became the world's leading superpower. The 1990s were marked by economic growth and technological innovation, especially the rise of the Internet. September 11, 2001. The terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001 profoundly impacted the U.S., leading to the War on Terror, including the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. 21st century. The U.S. faced various challenges, including economic recessions, 2008 financial crisis, political divisions, and social movements for racial equality and climate action. The history of America is a story of growth, conflict, and change, with ongoing debates about its values, identity, and future.